Okay, we are back. Thank you for allowing us to take the commercial break. We, like to pay the bills around here, so to speak. At any rate, what really floored me, though, about it was that the particular industry that we're talking about values training immensely, and it's always looking for trainers. If it had really been someplace at one of the industries that I know it's kind of hit and miss, or one of them that it's harder, that would have been one thing. But this literally was an industry that I was like, you're joking, right? I mean, I really thought he was joking. That was literally what I said to him. You're joking, right? He's like, no. In all the years I've been here, so, but it brought to mind, because I've seen some other stuff, and I've even had some other people say some things around it, training in particular and professional development for their teams in particular over the last couple of years. And I've always thought to myself, why are you not willing to invest in the very people who are literally helping put food on your table? Yes, you took the risk. You first, stepped out of being an employee for somebody else, for most of us, and you became that freelancer first, as we would say, and that kind of first step. And you might have legally put a business structure in place, but you're kind of in that free. Then you get to that business owner stage, and that's fine. And sometimes we bounce back and forth until our minds really get to that entrepreneur stage. Well, we do, between the business owner and the entrepreneur. And, I mean, I'm the first person to admit that when I finally realized how I was thinking and realized that I had 100% switched to that entrepreneur stage, I went, oh, now I totally get it. Right? But it's hard to explain to people, because people are like, but I am an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. But some of it's mindset. And one of the differentiators to me, at least in my definition, and maybe yours is different, maybe everybody else's is different, but is that as an entrepreneur, you invest in your people.
Amen. Invest in yourself.
Yeah. And sometimes in early times, or when it's difficult times and stuff, it's hard to provide all of the benefits and different things like that. And that's okay. But there are things that people will still say, you're still investing in me. Right. And one of them is, the cheapest thing you can actually do, outside of probably setting up a retirement system, is actually training. It is actually, from all of the benefits that you can give somebody, it is the cheapest thing that you can do. Literally. Yet most even business owners will not even put that in a line item to their budget. They'll put in $25,000 a month for ad spend, but they won't put one dime in for training. And it just floored me that in 2021, in September of 2021, in an era where everybody's trying to find people, and unlike anything we've ever seen, it's hard to find people. And people have lots of choices, that you won't invest in them that way.
It's like you said, though, I love that you made this sort of dichotomize, which I think is so necessary, by business owners from entrepreneurs, because the entrepreneur is going to recognize the business value of upskilling, of training, retraining, professional development. The entrepreneur is going to understand that, because they know how to keep track of their business valuation. They know how to translate the actual value, the dollar figure value of having personnel, staff who actually have certain certificates, or have certain courses that they've completed, and things of that, trainings that they've completed. all of that goes into your business valuation. If you're an entrepreneur, then that's what you're thinking about. You're cognizant of that. You're always looking to be a perpetual learner because you understand that there's a direct link between learning and value, learning and value, learning and value. But like you said, these business owners, however, not so much. They see it as a upfront expense that they may actually lose over time because that person might want to move on to something bigger and better. But it's like, no, if you invest in your people and you treat them right, you won't have issues with them, running off, trying to work for other places, as long as they feel fulfilled and happy at the place that you provide them.
Exactly. And honestly, even if some of them do want to move on, and I've had people want to move on, and that's fine. Sometimes somebody's journey is, even as a business, you think of it like as if you have children, for instance. I'm going to equate it that way. You have that child for a season, or at least that's the way it's supposed to be designed. That's a whole different topic we could probably get into, but at any rate, you have the child for a season. You don't, and it's true sometimes with people that come in to work for you. Sometimes they're there for a season for a very particular thing that helps you solve something, and they really weren't. You might think that they're supposed to be there for forever, but they really weren't supposed to be for whatever reason. Sometimes people are doing something that they've loved, but they've always had a strong desire they've never been willing to express, and that because you helped them and they got certain training, they started thinking about it, and they're like, you know what? I want to go be the entrepreneur, or I want to, I want to go take. There's nothing wrong with that.
You don't lose them. That's going to be someone that supports you. When you are understanding as an entrepreneur that you have people that come into your life at a certain point in time for a certain reason, and they don't stay with you forever. When you understand that they move on to something else, they become really a gatekeeper for you in other places. They become someone that you can leverage to support your dreams and your goals with your business as you continue to scale. So I mean, again, you don't lose these people. They just are different. They're functioning in your life in a different capacity. But again, it goes back to the reality that you invested in them. You took a chance in hiring, and then you invested in them while they were with you. So you treated them well. And I'm gonna guarantee you, once they leave you, that won't be a norm for them in the other places that they go to work for, because again, not enough people place enough value on that, especially nowadays with gig work, with project-based work. People are already assuming that they're not going to be in that position for a lifetime. They're going to be in that position for 3 years or less sometimes. Right. So because everything is so short now, everything is so temporary, people are bouncing around the different positions. Training is not going to be an opportunity for a lot of people as they, continue to sort of climb their ladders or fulfill their professional dreams and goals. So if you're doing that as an employer, it really sets you apart. It truly, honestly sets you apart. And again, people don't forget. It's just like with my students at the university. They never forget that professor that looked out for them, that really, really knew what they were talking about, that took care of them. They're never going to forget that, and you never know how that blessing will show back up for you later on.
Exactly. So, because in the end, it's a win-win situation.
Amen.
And if you're a business owner and you're listening to this, I'm just going to say, just think about what we've said. Because quite honestly, it'll be a win-win situation for you. And as always, if you have any questions or follow-up, feel free to comment or, send us an email or, hey, you want to talk about you have a different take on why you think I'm wrong.
Good luck.
Feel free to let me know. And, you never know. We may invite you on the show. What can I say? But anyways, hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Real Management Talk with LJ and Jocelyn. We so appreciate you and appreciate you tuning in and supporting us. And until next time, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm LJ. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this episode, guys, and like and share our pages, YouTube page and our social media. We have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook, Real Management Talk with LJ and Jocelyn. So look us up, like us, share us, and subscribe.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Ciao.